Sure, you know what? People only olay like that in Newfoundland on 2 occasions. Number 1, when the Habs win, and number 2, when they can't sell enough Bud Light Lime or some other brand of beer, so they decide, hey, let's give it all away to the locals before it goes bad. Good times and true facts. Now, we're gonna do a quick little Bunduru here. A Bunduru game review of both games 3 and 4 between the Habs and the Jets. And, I'm still in shock. Are you guys in shock? Remember all the way back towards the end of the season and how bad the Habs looked? They had injuries. It took them such a long time to clinch the playoffs. Calgary and Vancouver were both a threat. Well, now this is a story all about how the Habs flipped those tables upside down. Okay, I'll stop. I'll stop singing. Jeez. But I'm just so excited, defeating the Leafs, that was a high of its own. And I'm still high as pie from that. It's like I've got a permanent marker wedged up my nostrils, and then a week later, here we are talking about how the Habs just got out the brooms and swept the Jets. The same Jets that swept the Oilers in the first series. So, those brooms, they've been taking a beating this year. You know what though? I just want to say I feel bad for Jets fans, okay? I have so much respect for these guys. I've got quite a few Jets fan subscribers here, and they're all regulars on this channel, and to be quite honest, if the Jets had defeated the Habs, I would have wanted the Jets to go all the way. And yeah, you might think, it's easy for him to say that now. But no, I've said that in a video before this series even started. I like that team. I like that fan base, and hey, I hope they make some positive changes during the summer and next season they push even further. So, game 3, what do we got here? We had a 5-1 win for the Habs. That must have been a real kick in the stones for the Jets, especially after losing the first 2 games at home. Then they go to the Bell Center and Carey Price just stands on his head. Makes it look easy out there, and the Habs find the back of the net 5 times. You know what? I thought things were going to get a little nasty during this one, and they sure did. There was a lot of extracurricular activities after the whistles, but hey, nobody got hurt, and you know what? No hard feelings. The Jets, they were frustrated, man. And if things were reversed, I would have wanted the Habs to have shown some emotion as well. Yoel Armia played a hell of a game 3, or as I like to call him, one-man Armia. The guy had a pair of goals and an assist. Arturi Lekkonen, he scored a goal, and Corey Perry and Nick Suzuki also got on the board. The lone goal for the Jets, however, came from Adam Lowry. And I will say this, the Jets and their fans should be thrilled that they've got this guy locked up to a new contract. A very reasonable contract, because from my perspective, he was very noticeable throughout the entire series. He looked engaged, he threw hits, he scored a couple of goals. He's a heart and soul type player. And I know I'd take him on my team any day of the week. So with game 3 out of the way, on to game 4 we go. And this was a very weird game for me. It felt like the Habs, they were crushing them the entire game. By the time the game came to an end, they outshot the Jets 42-16. That's quite a difference. The ice was tilted. And at the very beginning of the first period, we saw Eric Gustafsson score his first goal of the playoffs on the power play. Then a little while later in the first period, we also saw Arturi Lekkonen tip a shot that managed to find a way past Connor Hellebuck, putting the Habs up by a score of 2-0 heading into the second period. And then, that's when things took a change, as Logan Stanley, he entered the chat. And Andre the Giant damn near ruined my dreams last night. And again, Jets fans, you should also be thrilled about this guy. I mentioned Adam Lowry as a standout up front. Well, that Teenage Mutant Ninja Dinosaur back there in Logan Stanley, he wasn't too shabby himself throughout the series. And he almost single-handedly ruined the game for us last night. He scored a pair of goals in the second period alone. A pair of them! I mean, who saw that coming? But he did. He defeated Carey Price 2 times, tying the game, and then we saw Connor Hellebuck just go beast mode and shut the door. He made some huge saves throughout the second and third period, and then off to overtime we go. Now, a little backstory here. Before overtime began, I was a little paranoid. The Habs were outplaying the Jets, but I had a weird feeling, like, if the Jets scored in overtime and won a game like this, that they had no business at all being in. That could have been a huge turning point in the series. But luckily for us, that didn't happen. As Nick Suzuki was in a battle along the boards in the Jets zone, hit the music. Our little bundle of joy, Cole Caulfield, he comes in, he gets the puck. He looked a little frustrated this game because he hadn't scored a goal yet. But don't you worry, young man. He feeds a wicked pass cross ice, tape to tape with Tyler Toffoli, who wasted no time and buried home the game winner. What a finish. And there you have it, a second series sweep for the Habs. 7 straight wins. This has been a roller coaster ride that I'll never forget. It's true. This season has been quite the story. And when you look at the big picture, the Habs are only 8 wins away from a Stanley Cup. Now, I know some people don't like hearing that, but it's just how it is. I may have love in my eyes and shit in my pants, but we're only 8 wins away from making me completely unravel and lose my mind live on YouTube. Come on, let this year be something special. Anyway, guys, that does it for this video. I hope you all enjoyed, and hey, I'll see you next time.